Hello, GoldSilver family. What you're about to see is a conversation between me and Mike Maloney recorded several weeks ago. Some of you have noticed that Mike has not been appearing in quite as many videos on the channel recently, and that is because he is going to take some time away to focus on his health. So in this conversation, he has mentioned a 1-year timeline to step away full-time from making videos, but we are hoping that he can recover sooner and come back before 1 year, and he might even make videos part-time in the interim. So we'll see. In the meantime, I am honored, humbled, and excited to continue the mission on his behalf and for all of you. And if you don't know what that mission is, well, stay tuned because you're going to see it written out word for word. And you'll also see in this conversation the original email that I sent to Mike 7 years ago that launched our working relationship. So it was quite an emotional moment for both of us when I brought that up. So enjoy this conversation between me and Mike, and when you're finished watching, please go to the comment section and share how Mike and his work have impacted your life. I think Mike is going to read as many of these comments as he possibly can, and I know he would really appreciate your kind words. Thanks so much.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to a very special edition of the Gold Silver Show with Mike and Alan. The reason that this is a very special edition is this is actually my farewell video on GoldSilver.com. I'm going to be taking a year off to focus on some other things that we will get into in a few moments, but I don't want to ramble on without saying hello to Alan. Alan, how are you doing?
Well, I'm pretty good, Mike, I guess. Hard to believe it's actually happening, so taking it all in. But aside from that, I'm doing well.
Okay. Well, there was a reason this had to happen before the end of the year. One of the things that people don't know is that in 2017, I was diagnosed with slow-growing prostate cancer. And I've been doing mostly natural things to try and heal it. And I am still going down that road, but I'm at the point where I have to make a decision to either get it cut out or beat it somehow. And so I'm currently undergoing a therapy under the direction of 2 doctors. So I've got 2 doctors, but I'm the one that designed the therapy. I supplied all the scientific papers. I supplied the medical papers showing the results from combinations such as menbendazole, fenbendazole, ivermectin, methylene blue, curcumin, being on a high level of ketosis along with these things has shown success in the past. And so I'm going to take a year off and focus on my health and my farm. So Alan, why don't you hit me with some of your questions and some comments?
Yeah, well, first of all, let me just speak for all of our viewers and fans and customers and say that we completely understand, and your health is number one. So by all means, take whatever time you need, whether it's a year or whatever, to get your health squared away. We're all rooting for you. And we all owe you a huge debt of gratitude for all the education over the years and all of the great features and, of course, the great business that you put together. So thank you so much. I actually put together a handful of viewer comments and questions that I want to share with you in this farewell video. And sorry, I didn't have a chance to put together a parade for you or build you a statue or a momonument, something, more deserving of your fantastic career.
Yeah.
So we'll have to settle for just a few screenshots.
Okay, I need to tell everybody in advance. We'll show you toward the end of the video, but you can still. I will still once in a while be making commentary, trying to help connect the dots for people. I've got an x.com channel. It's Mike_Maloney. So that's the x.com channel, Mike_Maloney.
Well, Mike, hopefully we can have you back on the channel from time to time and share some updates. So we're not sure how that's going to play out. Hopefully we can make that happen. But I know our viewers are going to have a few questions. First of all, our insiders. A lot of people are going to be wondering what happens to insiders. Are there still going to be videos or not? Or where can I watch them? And the answer is we don't know. We haven't decided the details yet, so please stay tuned. We'll come up with some announcement eventually. Maybe we'll put it on our website, or we'll send it out in an email, or I'll announce it in future videos. So we haven't decided the details yet.
Yeah, so give the people at GoldSilver.com a couple of days before you start flooding them with emails.
Yeah, maybe even a couple of weeks. But yeah,
Yeah, a couple of weeks, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we need some time to figure this one out.
Excellent.
I've made a commitment. I'm going to live up to it somehow.
Excellent. I love that. I love that. Well, Mike, I'd love to share a handful of viewer comments if you're okay with that.
Sure. Yeah, hit
All
me.
right, let's get into it. This one comes from Dominic. He says, Mike, I'm looking back at my gold silver order from you guys, January 9th, 2019, where it was $1,400 an ounce for that gold buffalo, and the monster box was only $9,000. So under $19 an ounce for silver. Wow.
Wow.
Feels like ancient history. That was a difficult investment for me to convince my wife. I'm so glad she agreed. Even though she passed away earlier this year, I hold on to a lot of that silver, but that purchase definitely helped us out on some of the bills that came up unexpectedly.
Wow.
So glad we picked up the original guide to investing in gold and silver in 2008.
So my condolences, Dominic, about your wife, but I'm so glad that I've been of some assistance in making your life a little bit better financially.
Our next one here comes from Patty. Mike, you did a great service to me and my son. 11 years ago, my gold dealer told me to watch your videos, The Hidden Secrets of Money. I have told so many people to watch them. I've been following you ever since. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. When I founded GoldSilver.com, the whole reason for the precious metals dealership was to actually fund the education. And that was my passion, was the education. And it still is. I mean, I'm not going to just go away. I've got new projects and there's another book that'll come out sometime or another.
Our next one comes from Lori. My oldest son is graduating from high school next year. He started his economic education by listening to Hidden Secrets of Money on cross-country vacation trips when he was 10 years old. Rest of the kids were younger, but were required to listen. No games, no books. When your second book came out, I gave him, now a teenager, a copy and made it mandatory reading for that week. Then we discussed it. He got it.
Awesome. That's what I want to do, is if I can somehow affect generations positively, that is the reward for all of this.
Our next one comes from Off-Grid Gambler. Thank you, Mike, for everything you did. I hoarded like anything last decade due to you.
Off-grid. Well, I'm off-grid too, actually, up here on my farm. One thing I haven't done, and I should have, is made a video for everybody from my mountaintop. When I was 10 years old, I thought, and I've had this thought ever since, I decided I wanted one day to have a mountaintop and be able to, the desire developed over the coming years. When I was a teenager, like 17, 18, 19, I decided, well, there should be a steak on a campfire and a beer in my hand and a dog and a horse. And now I've got those. I've got a mountaintop, spectacular view. I haven't had a barbecue up there yet, but I will someday. So, yeah.
I love it. I love it. Good for you. Living the dream. Our next one, Martel. Mike has done a fantastic service for me. I owe this man a lot. I've been learning from him since February, March of 2020, when I stumbled across Hidden Secrets of Money. He helped me tremendously. I re-listen and learn more still. I really appreciate how he shares information in language that everyone understands. He makes things plain, and that allows me to actually use the information and change my whole life and the lives of all the people I share the information with, and the lives of those that they share with.
Excellent. Yeah. So it's a chain reaction. Making things simple is not as simple as it sounds. When we spent 4 years writing Great Gold and Silver Rush of the 21st Century, and you go over it and over it and over it, and you get too close to the information. When somebody else couldn't understand something that we were writing, that's when we had to get in and re-edit something and create analogies. And so that is one of the things, Robert Kiyosaki, he trained me for speaking on stage. And he said, never speak over somebody's head and always define all of the terms that you use, because once you speak over their head, you lose them for the entire presentation. And so that's where I learned that. And I've been trying my best to bring all of these complex economic processes down to simple analogies that anybody can identify with.
Yeah, well, I think you do a great job. Our next one here, David. I owe my entire precious metal portfolio to Mike Maloney. Thank you, Mike, for all you do.
You're welcome, David. I hope you continue, and I'm going to continue somehow. So I'll be making a lot of commentary on the economy, I believe. So, yeah.
Our next and last one from our viewers is long. I'm not going to read the entire thing. It's long. This comes from DIY Dave. Just going to read part of this here. Mike, you went up against those running the global debt Ponzi and were very public and visible the entire time. You were one of the people I studied back in 2008 once I realized something was just not right with the money system. You stand with the other greats in this. In fact, since all of us like to get a little credit now and then for a freaking lifetime of work, I asked ChatGPT to name names and provide rankings of importance and impact on society regarding sound money education, gold, and silver. You ranked very well. ChatGPT said this regarding the societal impact via sound money education with a focus on gold and silver, with a combination of books and modern media. A fair ranking of sound money educators would look like this: Ron Paul, Murray Rothbard,
Wow.
Mike Maloney, G. Edward Griffin, Peter Schiff, Jim Rickards, and Lou Rockwell. I would add that you not only talk the talk, but walked the walk with GoldSilver.com. I have an InstaVault account where I was able to invest in physical silver bullion in bar form. This allowed me to move money out of dangerous banks, but still have the liquidity that my physical silver coins held in my hands do not have. I consider this diversification of the best kind. I'm not sure if that should change your place in the rankings of societal impact, but it should at least be acknowledged and applauded. I think your legacy is in very good shape.
Well, thank you. This was Do-It-Yourself Dave, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. Sort of being known for this was a goal also. I mean, I wanted to help people, but I want to be remembered for all of this. One of the things we had talked about is talking about some of the best times and some of the toughest times. The hardest things I did was writing the two books. The second book especially was a very, very difficult thing. Opening up GoldSilver.com and starting the company was as exciting as could be. There were tremendous hurdles to overcome, but I'd figure out how to overcome them and do it. And then I had a business partner at first where we would talk about economics until 2 a.m. and then go home and go to bed and then get up the next morning and be at the office at 6 a.m. and work all day and then have dinner and talk economics again. And it was one of the most exciting periods of my life. Some of the best periods of my life has always been starting businesses. Now, some of the hardest times that I've experienced are also come during GoldSilver.com. I disclosed earlier that I have prostate cancer, that I have to deal with it this year, basically. And a couple of years ago, during the pandemic, I went for chemotherapy at a clinic in Carson City, Nevada. And on the first day of my chemotherapy, Silicon Valley Bank melted down. And I had to make videos. And I was undergoing chemo every Monday and Thursday. And Tuesday and Wednesday, there were some other treatments. And then my sound studio that I use for recording the audiobook was in Reno. So after the treatments, I'd get out of there at 2 and get in the car and drive 50 miles up to Reno and then sit in a sound booth for 3 or 4 hours. And this went on every day for 2 weeks. Chemo, record the audiobook, chemo, make a video. All while, and chemo is incredibly fatiguing. It makes things very, very hard to do. And I probably took a lot more caffeine than I should have. The chemo did not work. And then the other really hard thing, I was making videos for this channel while my mother was dying. I made a video on the day she died. I made a video while we were planning her funeral. And so there were times that were very hard to get past to be able to do this. But all of these things that you've just read to me, these viewer comments, this is what makes it worthwhile. And the reason I went through those hard times, it's because this is the reward. So what's next on your tabs here, Alan?
What's next is actually the thing that brought us together. Where I found tremendous resonance with you, watching you from afar, via YouTube, and realizing that you went through all these sacrifices to help people. And I realized that's who I want to work with. So I'm going to read something to you if I can make it through. This is actually the email I sent you back in January of 2019. Excuse me. I just want to read the first paragraph. Hi, Mike. I've been a big fan of your work for a couple years now, and I appreciate how you use data and logic to make your investment decisions. Most of all, I appreciate your ethical approach to your work and your desire to help people, not exploit them. I'm messaging you today to offer my services pro bono to help with your back-end analysis and prep work for your presentations and your books. So you were kind enough to bring me on board and pay me, which was wonderful. And I know we've only been working on YouTube together about 2 years, but our working relationship goes back almost 7 years because we worked on the book for so long together. So it's been an unbelievable honor and a privilege to work with you. It's really sad. It's really sad that it's coming to an
end. Well, thank you. You're having an effect on me as well. Thank you. And I feel like I'm leaving the audience here in some very capable hands with you. We've been working together long enough, and you've developed your own analysis and way of looking at things that is just excellent and right down the exact same path that we created here with this channel and with GoldSilver.com. So thank you so much for this. Can you send me a copy of this letter in Slack? I'm not sure if I'm sure I have it in my files somewhere.
Yeah.
Give it a more easily findable title. I'm going to reread the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Thank you for the years of this relationship. It has been quite phenomenal the whole time. And I would have done the book anyway, but the book is far better and probably happened twice as fast with your assistance. So yeah, this has been great. And like I said, Alan's going to take over now. This channel doesn't stop. You still get some great information on what's happening with the economy and precious metals. Okay.
Well,
so
thank you. Thank you, Mike. And that leads me to the next thing, which is the mission, the thing that I resonate with so strongly and that I will continue to carry on. This is the mission you came up with many years ago to enlighten the world that maximum prosperity can only be achieved through individual freedom, free markets, and sound money. And I couldn't change a word of this to make it better. It's absolutely perfect. And this is my mission as well. So
thank you. You know, we used to have imagery on the back of the gold silver rounds that we produced. We produced this series called The Modern Ancients, and I think they are absolutely the most beautiful coins ever struck. I call them coins. You're supposed to call them rounds unless they're issued by a government. That's just another stupid government rule. On the back of the coins are images that represent this. It was sort of like an Easter egg that we left. There's also an Easter egg on there going all the way back to 2013 about the book that I have yet to release. That book should be out sometime soon, but it deals with all of the, it's not a book about gold and silver. My last two books Guide to Investing in Gold and Silver, and The Great Gold and Silver Rush. This one is purely about trying to achieve maximum prosperity for all of humanity. That is my new mission, to achieve maximum prosperity for all of mankind.
I love it. I love it. Can't wait. I do have a picture of us that I want to share. So we've been working together almost 7 years, but we've only met in person 2 times. The first was on your farm in Puerto Rico, and then the second was in New Orleans at the New Orleans Investment Conference not too long ago. So this here is a picture of the first time we met.
Oh,
up on your farm.
A foggy day. It's too bad it wasn't on the mountaintop on a clear day. Huh.
Yeah, but this was great. We came down, spent the day. We had dinner together. It was awesome. We got to go up to the top of the mountain, but this photo was lower down, as you mentioned. So beautiful view up there.
Yeah, awesome.
Okay. Yes. And speaking of your farm has a website in case people want to follow what you're doing there. It's ffpr.farm. So that's freedomfarmspuertorico.farm. So yeah, people can get into
farm, right?
Yeah. Is there anything you want to say about the site?
Well, what we're trying to do here is again, I have to have a mission for everything I do in life. And Puerto Rico has this very special situation because of something called the Jones Act that causes all of the imported food to be very expensive here. And the imported food is food that most Puerto Rican farmers cannot grow. All of the broccoli and the green vegetables especially. But we're trying to do something called organic, sustainable, regenerative permaculture farming, and working with the local agricultural colleges here. I want to try to develop techniques to bring the cost of this farming that is more labor intensive and therefore a little bit more costly. If we can bring it down below chemical monoculture farming, then everybody will have adopted it and we will have changed the world. Farming is the only thing that mankind does globally on a massive scale that should be carbon negative. It should be sequestering atmospheric carbon dioxide. Freedom Farms exists to try to slow down to try to come up with a free market solution that the rest of the world will adopt. If we can make regenerative, sustainable, organic, permaculture, carbon negative farming techniques more profitable than chemical monoculture, the rest of the world adopts it simply because all the farmers are going to be able to take care of their families better. It'll lower the cost of clean, healthy food to you. And this is one of the only places in the world that we can do it. Our elevation gives us temperatures where we compete with California, not other Puerto Rican farmers. And the Jones Act jacks up the prices of things like broccoli. Organic broccoli here is about 4 times more expensive than it is in California or Florida. And so that extra profit margin allows me to conduct this experiment profitably. If you can't make a profit, it's not sustainable. The experiment will fail unless you're relying on grants and charitable donations. So that is the reason for Freedom Farms. So thank you for showing that. That's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. So if people want to learn more, they can go to your website here. You also have a YouTube channel called Mike Maloney and Freedom Farms. Only 25 subscribers, 1 video. So this isn't something you publish to regularly, obviously, but this would be a great place if you want to give a tour of your farm or, hike up to the mountain and so forth. You could publish it right here.
That video is a 4-minute video that is a great tour of the farm. You learn everything we're doing and you see the property and everything. It's a fun video to watch, and it's only 4 minutes of your life.
Yeah.
And I want to thank you, Alan, not just for this video, but for the association over the past several years since 2019. It's been an honor and a privilege to do this together. So for right now, it's a year off for me of doing this, but I will be doing the farm where I just direct things. It doesn't suck up a bunch of my times. I just make the big decisions only. And then I'll update people every once in a while on x.com on what's going on in the economy. So
thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate everything over the years, and good luck with your health. Good luck with your farm, and we'll have to have you back on the channel at some point. We will work something out, definitely. So thank
Yes.
you, Mike. Thank you, Mike, for everything. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, well, you're welcome, and thank you. And I want to thank all of the viewers out there because, like I said, you're the ones that make it worth it. You are the ones that have supported the channel, and the people that bought from GoldSilver.com have made it so that we could actually afford to pay a crew of people to do all of these things. So thanks for all of that. We'll see you over on X.com now and then. And don't worry about insiders. It will be handled, and I will live up to my commitment to you. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.